session, which is business session 6 of the South Asia Agri Forum. It's on yellow peas. This again is a power pack panel, and once again the redoubtable Mrituenjay will lead from the front. He is the moderator. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome moderator for this session, commodity editor Z Business India, Mrituenjay. On the panel, once again, Eduard Jain, RUSGRAIN Union, Russian Federation. From Vittera, India, Abhishek Agrawal. From Mayur Global Corporation India, Harsha. Mukesh Jain of Adroit Overseas Singapore. Vivek Agrawal of JLV Agro India. Rahul Chauhan of Igrain India. A full panel for you, Mrituenjay. And I'm going to leave you to that as soon as the panel members join in. Thank you.
Thank you once again. And this session is on yellow peas. So first of all, I would like to invite Mr. Mukesh Jain for a small presentation. Please, Mukesh.
Hello, good morning everyone. Myself Mukesh Jain from Adroit Overseas, Singapore. And I'll take you through the yellow peas production, supply, consumption data. Is that working? Yeah. So along with me in this panel, the moderator, Mr. Mrituenjay from Z Business India. Our panelists, Mr. Eduard from RUSGRAIN from Russia. Mr. Abhishek Agrawal from Vittera, Netherlands. Ms. Harsha from Mayur Global, India. And myself, Mukesh, and Mr. Vivek Agrawal from JLV, and Mr. Rahul Chauhan from Igrain, India. So these are the yellow peas production, supply, and import data, mainly related to the India. When the India 2021-22, they just banned the import or they increased the MIP on duty structure. The production data, if you see, is increased from 700,000, 800,000, 900,000. But again, when the India started importing it and they open up for the imports, the expected production data for the current year, they drop down, and you can see the stock levels has increased a lot because a lot of import data the cargo has imported in India. And if you see the port-wise, the total as on date in India, we have almost around 700,000 plus yellow peas, including the Hazira, Kandla, and Mundra, where mostly the bulk vessels cargo of yellow peas has imported. I'm just going through with some of the factors which will be this demand supply related to that. This production of last 3 years increases. Sowing may decrease in India due to the factor of pricing, because this is the right time for sowing in India. And when the price on the downside, I don't think so is a good factor for the farmers to grow and all. This yellow peas from 23-24, if you see this import data is just for the 4 months, it's 1.1 million ton India has imported after they open it. And 2024-25, this data expected 2.5 million ton, which as on date till December is almost like 1.9 million they already imported. Green peas, still the import norms are not relaxed yet. So only the pea, when we're talking about for India, is only the yellow pea. And being that the cheapest pulses in India, the consumption of yellow peas has increased, and it has substituted to the higher cost pulses like tuor, chickpeas and all. So this prices maybe is not good for the farmer. So if the government can decide some MSP level for yellow peas, it will give the boost up to the farmers to grow yellow peas in India, because there's no MSP right now for yellow peas in India. So these are the figures which the India has imported, which is around 3 million ton. And last 13 months, the month-wise month, the data is here, which you can see the major supplier of the yellow peas in 30 months is majorly the Canada, who's exported 1.5 million ton. After that one, the major quantities from the Russia, and after one is Turkey. So these are the three major countries where the export is going to the India as major quantity. If you see the year-to-year data I put on the right side, which is the past import data, which is 2 million, 3 million, 2.8, and once it's dropping down because India farmers are growing it and the restrictions was there. So the last 3 years, 21, 22, and 23, 24, you can say half, almost the 8 months, there's no import. But after importing it, again the figure has increased, which is around 3 million ton they imported in 13 months' time. So these are the price range. I get it this for the Indian price from different port-wise. You can say the Mumbai price, the highest in 2021 is around 7,900 to 7,600 the price. And today you compare it, the price is like 3,200, 3,300 going on. So when the India has imported ban, or you can increase, they say MIPs increase, and so it's there. So the Indian policy affected the worldwide, the prices, majorly in India as well as the abroad. So these are some of my factors which I already spoke in the past year. Imports was nil, and all of the 6 notification has issue in India in between this 3 months time only, between November to Feb 25, related to this yellow peas only. And being the cheapest commodities, the commodities has the highest consumption wise, has increased the farm level to the poor families and all, and even the, you can say the other product has affected due to decline in these prices of this yellow peas in the pulses industry. And because of that, the pulses industry is bleeding, I can say. The huge losses is there because of that. This yellow peas price has dropped down a lot. This is some of the Canadian supply and demand, which the Canada-wise, if you see, the production has reduced in 21 and 22. But again, the production for expected years, expecting they will come back with the 2 million plus, which can increase to 3 million again, because they have supplied more than 50% of the cargo to the India. The policy till Fab is there. So they're waiting further the new government, what they will do after the Fab. Maybe they will plan according to the new year, because in Canada, the new crop comes in the August, September. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. And now, Mr. Abhishek, right, Abhishek Agrawal. So this question is to you. What is the impact of India's decision to extend duty-free import of yellow peas till end of the February?
So you mean to ask, basis the last notification that we have got?
Yes.
So the market was ready until 31st of December BL date. So until then, yeah, whatever shipments had to happen were planned, but the latest one, I don't think so it has impacted the market much. We have not seen values come down in Canada at all. Russian values also, because Russia was also, gentleman on my left can correct me if I'm wrong, but Russia is also away for Christmas until mid of Jan. And getting a Feb BL date, prices in India are not too great, so I don't think so more than 120,000 tons overall will come basis the last notification that we have received. Additional on top of the previous notifications.
So there is no impact.
Yeah, I mean the values have been steady actually from Canada and from Russia as well. So because the cargo could not move out, because the logistics planning, let's say if you plan to bring a bulk vessel, you have to take like 20-25 days in the pipeline from farm to the port. And the weather conditions in Canada and Russia are not so great right now because it's quite cold over there. And so if things get late, yeah, you can't just take a risk of moving the cargo. So I don't think so more than 125,000 tons of additional cargo will come for these 2 months shipped.
Okay, Vivek ji, what's your take on that? do you think there is huge impact on the ground for this decision? Duty-free import extension.
To be clear, I talked about from the origin side.
Yeah.
So, what's the impact, real impact you want? Definitely, the market depressed and badly depressed. And it's not only depressed, it's depressed all the pulses market. As we discussed so many times in your news channel also, that this import, this extension of this January and February, 2-month export, was totally destroy the pulses market on the price-wise. Consumer is fantastic, price will be stable, price will be below, and if government work on the retail chain also, then definitely price will be more cheaper, because if they directly not pass, this retailers directly not pass the actual benefit to the consumer. On the wholesale side, definitely market is in a very bad shape, and I think government have to revive the situation, and if they want to consumer more benefited or the same price, maybe they can extend more 2 months or next 4 months. So for exporter side, yes, they have to sell their cargo, but in India, importer don't have money to import now.
Okay. So, so this is the Indian story of the yellow peas duty-free import. But Edward, can you please tell us what is the global impact of India's decision to extend duty-free import of yellow peas? What is the impact on global pulses market?
Well, Russia is not as experienced in pulse production as in grain, but anyway, so we start our operations several years ago, particularly 3 years ago, with the China demand, and India give us like a balance for our supply, because the Indian demand help us pay more attention on the quality, which is still an issue sometimes with Russian crop, but we work on that every day. And what I would say that if India extend the period, tax-free period for yellow peas, so we'll be happy to supply them more, because we have the product, we have the, good quality product, and Indian government should weigh all the pros and cons of continuing this practice from our side. So we still have, in any case, we have a good demand from China. So for us, it's a much balanced market, and we have two big consumers, and so we can supply them both. But in any case, so that means for us there's just the price reduction if one of them quit the game.
Okay. So Vivek ji, one more question from to you. Do you think if duty-free import of yellow peas would not be extended, we might, China prices likely to go up?
As of now, I don't think, because yellow peas already have huge stock, and chickpeas already come from Australia. India crop is good. So next 3 to 6 months, I don't find any issue. But yesterday when we discussed this global shortage of yellow peas, chickpeas, so that may be different story. But as of now, I don't find in next 3 to 6 months, price will be remain same or bit.
Hey, do you think if yellow peas import were not allowed, China prices were, sold at 100 rupees per kg?
No, I don't think so. Because I told you that we already have huge stock of yellow peas, chickpeas already from Australia, and chickpeas very good crop in India. So as of now, from here to 3 months, 6 months, I don't think that price will be go that much high. Maybe 2-3 rupees better, because once market runs on the sentiments, when you heard that it's not going to extend, so there is a little bit positive change. Market will be up slightly 1, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, but it will be a range bound, not a big high.
Okay. So what is the current stock position at port, Rahul, of yellow peas?
three ports ka it was 7.7, but if you calculate all the ports, it should be 1 plus.
So having come to know that there is no storage at port, is it true?
What?
There is no storage capacity at the port right
There
now?
are some issues of storage coming in Kandla ports. Storage is less. I heard about that. See, what is happening? There is about 3.8 million metric ton we have imported in 11 months, and consumption is 26. So where this will go? This will reduce the consumption of other pulses. And now the prices in January 22, domestic prices of mutton, it was 7,000 rupees per quintal. Now it is 3,500. So this is due to our supply of peas. You can say they are dumped in India.
Okay, okay, fine. So, Harsha, can you please tell us, do you think, does India need another extension of duty-free import of yellow peas?
See, looking at the stocks at all ports in India, which is around 1.1 million ton for yellow peas right now, and the kind of substitution that we have seen in yellow peas, we would still say that we have enough stocks at the port which could easily go into substitution for chana for another 7 to 8 months. So looking at if you're talking about yellow peas, another extension, that would be a decision that I think the government will take once they see the chana crop, how it comes into India. If we talk about availability of chana, we do have it from Australia, but we really need to watch our own crop. But again, coming back to your question that do we need another extension? So looking at the chana stocks at this point of time at all the ports in India, we are in a very comfortable situation when it comes to yellow pea stocks, even if it goes into substitution for next 8 to 9 months.
Okay, so there is no need.
At this point of time, no.
What's your take on this? Your take. Another extension of duty-free import.
So it's a good action from the government side that they need the cheapest product to distribute it all. But further extension looks to be the industry has already suffered a lot. But for the overseas customer, overseas importers, the exporters who's doing it. But for the Indian side, if you see the customer side, all the pulses prices on the bottom side are right now. So it's a good time to, I think, import it and keep it. Or maybe as a NAFED, who's a consumers friendly government and undertaking company who's securing the cargo, at this lower prices, if they can stock this product, I think they can maintain throughout the year all the pulses price in their control by putting something instead of extending the further free import. Maybe they can put some import duty base where the government can also make some revenue and control the price of all pulses also from this bottom level.
Okay, fine. Abhishek, if you can tell us, what is the actual global demand supply scenario for yellow peas right now?
Sir, it was there in the slide.
Is there enough stock
the stocks
in the
are,
global market?
Stocks are
and what is the demand scenario?
So overall, I mean, the supplies are decent. I mean, let's say we have two major players from the origin side, which is Canada and Russia. Last year, Canada had a similar crop than the previous year. Russia, we saw some droppage in the production numbers because of the weather, but so it all depends on what India does. If India keeps on extending, then the stocks are not there. But if India is not there, then yes, enough stocks are available.
So enough means what? How much?
Top of my head, I can say, so Russia and Canada put together, you must be talking, let's say, this year we would see carry out in Canada almost 300,000 tons and Russia something similar. So you're talking about 600 to 700,000 tons. This is the current policies that we have.
Okay, so do you see, Edward, do you see any policy change in Russia for yellow peas in coming months?
Only support from the government because we see the potential and pulses production, and for us it's very good way of diversification of our crop rotation. So, and I can tell you about my personal example. So I'm quite a big producer of crop in Volga Valley. And for me, except last 3 years, yellow peas was like a technical crop. I never focused on that, so I never see any money in that. I see only a quality increase of my soil. So now I see the potential as well as all my neighbors. So, and even this weather cataclysm that we face last 2 years, like quite a warm winter and then late frosts, they push us toward winter sowing campaign to be differently allocated. Specifically, even those winter wheat sowing that were affected by the frost, so we replace them either with oilseeds or with pulses. Now many farmers consider pulses as the better option. So that means we increase our potential year by year, so we are learning by doing.
So if India extends duty-free import for 2-3 months more, so you have enough stock to supply to India? Yellow peas?
Yeah. Even now, so our traders are quite actively seeking the bidders.
So what's your view? It should be extended or not? India should extend or not duty-free import of yellow peas? What's your view?
Well, for us, once again, so, we have good consumers in several countries. If India drop this duty-free policy, so we will deal more with China. So from Russian standpoint, so there is only well, quite acceptable export duty of 5%, so that's about nothing for us, comparing with the grain, for example. So still pulses are more attractive. So, and we have enough stocks to supply our biggest consumers, as well as some occasional ones from other countries, which also come and ask us for some volumes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Vivek ji, do you think India should extend 2-3 months more for duty-free import? One question. And another question is, how duty-free import of yellow peas are impacting other pulses market in India?
For us, for producers, they don't care about this kind of policies on every stage of other countries. So our farmers produce as much as they can because they see the potential. They know that the liquidity of this crop is quite high. So Russia will produce at any case. And for the local consumers, for the Indian consumers or any other countries, so they should decide whether they want or not. But you should pay attention. So I said it last year in China that, guys, you enjoy our crop, you enjoy our peas, but be careful about the government policy, because once we increase the volume of export, the government will stimulate the local processing. That's what they do. So this export tax is a clear example of stimulation of the local process.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Vivek, your take on this.
As of now, I think Government of India have to think twice before give extension. It's not about the trader, it's about the farmer also. The new crop is there, and how aggressively they go to buy in MSP, it's not easy to buy full crop. So I think government have to think twice before give extension. That's their call. They always try to keep price cool. Second, the yellow peas currently the cheapest pulses, and this will help to give so many ways to replace the costly pulses. This yellow peas is split dal. They will replace tur dal also. They replace lentils also. You cannot know some things I heard that.
So it has impacted the overall pulses market, right?
Completely. If you allow, Mrituenjay, I just want to ask one question to Abhishek. That Abhishek, what is your call that this price, currently what price is going on Canada is I think $400 and 405. This is bulk price going on. And if India is not going to extend, what price will you think that the Canada have price impact that China will buy at 360 level, 390 level? What is your take on call this?
Sir, with India in, we have seen the yellow peas values ranging within, let's say, 150 to $200 price range. Right, 150 to $200 price range. You're coming to your question from, let's say, if India extends again, or let's say in the last one when the government extended, we did not see any move from the growers. I mean, it is $11 a bushel. Doing the math, it's roughly coming to $400 a ton. For West Coast, East Coast would be higher. And still, I mean, no, it didn't change because China is continuously buying from Russia right now, but they were watching what India is going to do. We saw Pakistan, Bangladesh, who are the other two buyers. They were also seeing what India is going to do. India extended, then they came and they bought the cheaper cargo, which was available from Russia. But Canada, we did not see any move in the price.
So my question is that I understand that what's the bottom price if the Russia and Canada reach in the bottom price, that whatever extend or not extend, the price will be same? This is my question, if you can answer.
So that's a very difficult one because, like I said, that's why I said the price. So the growers have seen the policy changes every now and then, right? So they think it's going to be extended every day, every time. So that's why they're not ready to sell the price at a lower price. They're like, okay, if we get our price, we sell. Otherwise, we wait. We can store in the bin.
But if India allows with duty, 10 to 20% duty, then what would be the price?
I mean, it will adjust. Let's say whatever duty comes, eventually the market has to come to an equilibrium, right? Okay, right now you're talking about a big inverse, as in spot values in India. If you convert where the port values are, convert it to dollar versus where you can buy from the growers and ship it out, it's a $30 inverse. Let's say if the duty comes or hypothetically 10-15%, so accordingly the grower values will be adjusted and then the Indian markets will go up and then accordingly you'll find that equilibrium.
Okay, fine. Harsha, can you tell us, as Vivek ji already mentioned, why there is, a big gap between wholesale and retail prices, and what mechanism should be adopted to minimize the gap?
In terms of yellow peas, we have seen prices coming down, not just because of, I'll come to that retail and price, but the fact is that prices are coming down because of the continuous arrivals and a decision making which buyers are not able to make, either in terms of holding on to their stocks, selling, or, replacing their stocks.
But why it is not reflecting on retail price?
See, that would be somebody who can give you a right answer on the retail front because I'm not an expert on the retail front. But I can just tell you why it is dropping in terms of the import price is because the buyers are not able to make the right decision, and there is a desperate selling in terms of either replacing their stocks or it's getting into a circle where they're not able to take a decision whether they want to hold on to their stocks or whether they want to replace their stocks. And this price difference is making the market more difficult every day, I would say.
Okay, Rahul, can you add something on this? Why there is so huge gap between wholesale and retail price? Because you are tracking regular data on the prices.
Hello. Yeah, peace created and peace in pulses market. So. What is happening now, government has taken so many steps to control, tame the prices of pulses and other commodities also. And now what is happening, prices at import level or trade level or wholesale level, they are reducing, but at retail level, the retailers, they are not changing their prices regularly. Once the prices has gone up, they sell on that prices for a long time. So, some mechanism from Government of India should be taken out to control these retail prices. Like Consumer Affairs Secretary, she has already spoken on this, and it should be controlled by the government. Otherwise, gap will be like this only.
Okay.
Also, I would like to add that, there is a lot of liquidity issue that we are seeing in the market. So it's very difficult for an importer to decide whether they want to hold on to their pigeon peas or whether they want to hold on to their chana or yellow peas, what they can replace or what they cannot replace. So at this point of time, the prices in the local market is reflecting more of a liquidity issue and a buyer's decision which is not sure at this point of time.
Okay, so Mukesh ji, do you think chana farmers will face any problem to get better price in this season because of huge import of yellow peas?
Chana, as you know, the India already have the MSP prices, and the NAFED, they know the stock level what they have in Chana, and might be the reason that they just allow the import of yellow peas, so they can suppress the price of Chana and can
So
keep
you
the
want
more
to
stock
say
of
NAFED
chickpeas.
will decide whether chana farmers will get better price or not?
Definitely, they are the major, the
NAFED
advisory
boss
board
is here.
for the government of India, that what they keep it as a, for the consumers. They always has to advise to the government, and along with them, definitely they advise to them, and based on that, the ministry or the consumer affair taking decisions. But that impacting it that they already chana farmers are now the right time they coming out the production, and the price is good for them, for the farmers. Definitely, they will sell it in the market if it's more than the MSP. But you know, the liquidity is issue in India. The government, when they start buying it, they cannot immediately pay to the farmers. They take time. So the middleman, and they take some price gap to lower down from the farm level, from the MSP. But still, this price level is good for the farmer and good for the government to hold it as stock at this level, which is currently at very low level stock of the chana right now in India.
Okay, so Sunil ji, would you like to say something on that? How chana farmers will get better price? Please give mic to him.
Only the anchor has changed. Question remains the same. In fact, she asked me this question at IPGA in 2023, February 13. Same question getting repeated. And the audience was a little different. See,
दो बार क्वेश्चन आने का मतलब है कि आप दबाव में आके कुछ कर रहे हैं.
नहीं, मैं ये बात कह रहा हूँ जो आपको आज ब्रेकफास्ट टेबल पे भी शेयर किया था कि जब वो ये क्वेश्चन था तब हमारा ये काउंटर क्वेश्चन था ट्रेड से कि उस समय 5,335 रुपये आपका एमएसपी था, आप खरीदें, आप नहीं खरीदेंगे तो हम पक्का खरीदेंगे, और हमने पक्का खरीदा.
But how much sir?
23,52,000 मीट्रिक टन हमने खरीदा. 25% जो नेशनल प्रोडक्शन होता है उसका 25% एक आपका लिमिट है जिस पे सैंक्शंस होते हैं. दैट इज़ ऑन अ ऑल इंडिया बेसिस. आपके कल के जो आंकड़े आए हैं, जो ट्रेड का आंकड़ा आया है, गौरव का आंकड़ा आया है, वो 110 लाख मीट्रिक टन का आंकड़ा आप लोगों ने बताया. अब वो फाइनल आंकड़ा जो मिनिस्ट्री का आएगा, जो आएगा, ठीक है, मान लीजिए 120 लाख पे भी आप चलते हैं तो 120 लाख पर 25% बनता है 30 लाख. और आप रिकॉर्ड कर लीजिए, यदि एमएसपी के नीचे रहेगा और हमारी मंडियों में आएंगी तो 30 लाख की प्रोक्योरमेंट पक्की.
So will you increase the limit, purchasing limits at 25 to 30%, 35%?
देखिए, बात मुझे नहीं लगता है कि ट्रेड वो गलती करेगा जो 2023 में गलती किया था. ट्रेड ने नाफेड को खरीदने के लिए छोड़ दिया था. हर्षा जी मध्य प्रदेश से बताएंगी, इंदौर से ही बताएंगी. और आपने ये देखा था कि ट्रेड ने जैसे जैसे नाफेड खरीदता गया अपनी उन्होंने बाइंग पोजीशन छोड़ना शुरू कर दिया. इनफैक्ट जो स्टॉक उन्होंने खरीदा था उसको भी लिक्विडेट करने गए, लेकिन जब नाफेड बेचने लगा तो उसी स्टॉक को उनको 5,335 के ऊपर मिला. तो इन सब चीज़ों को देखते हुए, जबकि उस समय हमारे पास 14.37 लाख मेट्रिक टन कैरी ओवर स्टॉक था, उसके बावजूद भी ट्रेड को एमएसपी के ऊपर जून में हमारा ख़त्म हुआ था, अगस्त से उनको लेना पड़ा. इस बार जैसे आप बात कर रहे हैं कि भाई बफर में हम सबसे बॉटम आउट स्टॉक पर हैं, ट्रेड के पास भी स्टॉक नहीं है, तो देखने की बात है.
ठीक है.
यदि मान लीजिए ट्रेड फिर से नहीं खरीदेगा, जो मैंने अभी आपको हालात बताए मार्केट के, वी आर देयर, यू कैन टेक इट.
To continue, so you will increase the limit.
Obviously. अब इस बार एक और परिवर्तन किया गया है कि जो नेशनल
Actually, this is the headline. What you are saying, this is the headline. NAFED likely to increase, procurement limit of China from 25% to this 30, 35%.
This cannot be headline.
if trade not.
नहीं ये पहले मैं फिर से आपको बता दूं कि ये जो मेरी कमेंट्स हैं ये मेरी प्राइवेट कमेंट्स हैं जैसे कल भी मैंने आपको ये बताया
आपके कमेंट को प्राइवेटली कोई ले नहीं रहा है ना सब ये मान के चल रहा है कि नेफेड बोल रहा है
ठीक है अब आप लें तो मैं ऑन रिकॉर्ड लेके जा रहा हूँ पहली बात दूसरी बात ये है कि उसमें एक पॉलिसी परिवर्तन किया गया जो ऑलरेडी आपकी इंटीग्रेटेड पीएसएस एंड पीएसएस पॉलिसी में आ चुका है और पब्लिक डोमेन में है कि पहले क्या होता था कि स्टेट वाइज हम 25% लिमिट फिक्स करते थे लेकिन अब क्या हो गया नेशनल प्रोडक्शन का 25% एंड किसी पर्टिकुलर स्टेट में यदि उसकी खरीदने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ रही है तो दैट कोटा और दैट एलोकेशन कैन बी मेड टू अ वेरी सरप्लस स्टेट जैसे मान लीजिए अभी मध्य प्रदेश राजस्थान एवं महाराष्ट्र जब तीनों की आप प्रोडक्शन देखेंगे वो अग्रणी राज्य हैं यदि आप अपने ही प्रदेश में जाएंगे तो बिहार में बेशक प्रोडक्शन होता है छत्तीसगढ़ में प्रोडक्शन होता है यूपी में प्रोडक्शन होता है लेकिन वहाँ पर प्रोक्योरमेंट के उतने एक्टिव स्टेप्स नहीं लिए जाते हैं तो नेचुरली जिन स्टेट्स में वो नहीं होगा उसका ट्रांसफ़र हो जाएगा टारगेट दूसरे और स्टेट्स में सो जैसे मुकेश जी ने कहा या एक जनरल परसेप्शन आई येस if the prices fall below you are providing an opportunity of rebuilding the stock for buffer
right
one second that would be a benefit to the consumers also and that would be a benefit to the farmers also so that 3 months period that is 90 days procurement period it's a golden chance for the trade you encash it if you leave it we are there to encash it
right so Vivek ji do you think this formula is good for the farmers
Yes, 100%. NAFED is doing good. Or what they exactly planning, they are 2 steps ahead from the trade. That's why we always say that please give some breathing space.
No, this is a warning for industry also. If you not buy, then NAFED will intervene and.
After 2019, when Singh Saab was in Rio, Brazil, things completely changed. Now. Singh Saab and the NAFED team and the government people, they understand how the industry work and accordingly they plan their own planning and the buying and things, everything. So earlier the government participation very nil in before 2019. After 2019 things drastically changed and sometime it's help us also. We easily approach to the government of India through Singh Saab and earlier Rohit Singh ji, then Nidhi madam. Now things will be that we can request government of India to just give us breathing space also. We know that what we are doing. The extension of yellow peas import. So from this forum, I request government of India also to think twice if they can. This is my personal capacity. It's not BSF.
Vivek, let me just allow me, Mrituenjay ji. Since 2019, the trade has started understanding the government. It was not that the government was not understanding. The government has started understanding the pulse market from 2015 itself much closely. The apprehensions that the trade had, the issues which trade was not understanding, including the international trade. At 2019, I had taken the opportunity of explaining the government's policy decisions, the compulsions and the reasons thereof, and then again maintaining a mutual respect of the information that is getting shared. In fact, yesterday Rahul was saying, what is the data from Australia? How does it come? And you are blamed, India is blamed that India is not maintaining a robust data and then again they take knee-jerk reactions. If countries like Australia, who are far ahead on the agriculture practices and the data maintenance, if those data are not taken as correct by the trade, then what do you say of India? So what I'm saying is, I request you to understand that from 2019, the dialogue has started where the trade has started understanding what is the Indian government policy, and you have seen the changes. There was a time when it was a 0% import, 2015, international trade took it as if Indian market would remain open, but again, the lessons that we learned in 2015 made us do some homework, and the production rose. When we had the plenty, so you had that policies of quantitative restriction, which I talked yesterday, tariffs, and then again, yellow peas was never, banned. It was allowed. You did not bring in complying with the conditions of the import. When it was required, it was open. So, well, policies do not take shape with only one objective. There are multiple objectives.
No, sir, we completely agree and we appreciate, and that's the best thing that you come on the forums, you dialogue, so people at least understand the point of government, what exactly government want to do, and we really appreciate and we're thankful to you. And again, my chairman is staring me that whatever you said is in personal capacity. He already warned me, so it's whatever I say, it's my personal view. It's not Bharat Subcontinent Agri Foundation view. So please forgive me if don't take
MD JLV Agro.
LV Agro, yes.
I don't think that you're carrying a position on that. Because once doing so, you need to qualify that. As I qualified that, I'm in a private capacity.
Yes. Fine. Okay. So
Thank
now
you.
we are in final round. So now we'll discuss on price outlook. So let's start from you, sir. What's your view on price, yellow peas price for next 2-3 months?
Hello. Yeah, so as you know, the prices of yellow peas right now is between 30 to 50 to 33. In Indian, mostly the bulk ports where the cargo is there. I think this is the lowest level price where this will definitely, the things up saying that the chickpeas price, definitely 25 lakhs to 30 lakhs they're going to procure it in next few months time. It will definitely give boost up to the buyers and all that they know this price of yellow peas, which is around 55% of the chickpeas price. And if I go by the protein wise and the calorie wise, the yellow peas still have 20% of their protein levels and calories almost, you say, is 50% than the less than the chickpeas of yellow peas calories we have. So now the people are health conscious and all. So definitely this price is almost the bottom level, the 33 rupees which is going on in India. If you see the replacement cost from the origin like Canada or Russia, you see the transport cost, local farming cost in the origin, there's almost the farmers, I think, don't think so they will replace at this prices, the levels, which is comes to around $250 to $260 at their farming cost level. Okay. They have their own production cost, land limitation. They might be changing their other production products based on that. So the prices which is going for yellow peas right now, expecting to be bounced back from here. So it's a good time people to buy and stock it, or maybe can keep it for the longer time, 3 months time, I think so.
So Mr. Chauhan, if anybody has yellow peas stock, what should they do? Hold the stock or release the stock? What Igrain will suggest?
See, it depends in February whether the government open imports or government put restrictions like earlier. So we have ample amount of stocks with us. New domestic crop it will be coming in a couple of months. That will be about 0.8 million metric ton. So there is a surplus quantity of peas available in India, and that consumption, if you calculate it, we have about 7 to 8 months stock available at our in our ports and in India. I don't think so. Prices will go too much up, but they are at bottom level.
Recommendation should not be with if and buts. What's your suggestion in one line? They should hold the stock or not?
Prices will remain in same range.
Same range.
Same range.
For next 2-3 months?
Yes. They are at bottom level.
Okay. What's your take, ma'am?
I think I see a little bit of upside in the local prices from here for 2-3 reasons. First, that we have less acreage this year in yellow peas. We'll see our production to be less. Also, as Abhishek mentioned, that with this new notification, we haven't seen a lot of trade for the January-February shipment as such for the yellow peas import. We will still have arrivals, but again, looking at the lower acres and looking at the stock position and the demand, I think we could see a little bit upside of 2 or 3 rupees a kg from here in coming next 2-3 months.
3 rupees a kg?
Yes, yellow peas have been going down, as I said, not just because of the arrival, but because of the liquidity issue also. So, and as soon as we see a clear policy ahead, as soon as we see that, the local arrival of our crop would be less than last year, Plus, we will not be seeing as huge imports that we have been seeing with each policy change in last few months. We will still have a little bit of positive impact on the yellow peas prices because of all these factors.
Okay. Vivek, what's your view on price? Vivek ji.
Hello. I think price will be remain same and maybe price will be up again because we expect that extension will be, normal industry expect that extension will be not going ahead from here because of the new crop. So I think maybe the liquidity issue is there, but within 1 or 2 months, definitely price will be
So
better
if there is
from
no
here.
extension, how much increase you expect?
I think if there is no extension, price will be increased from 2 to 3 rupees from here. At 34, 35 rupees will be the
And if
stand
there is
price.
extension, then what?
Price will be remain same because it's
Same,
already
will
it's
not fall.
yeah, it's not going just like the Canada. They are not going down, extend or not extend. Same thing like in India now. It's already reached the bottom point.
Okay, Abhishek, what's your view on Indian price?
Sir, I think it's the bottom levels.
Bottom levels.
Bottom levels. I think, I mean, it should be a good ownership with the people at these levels.
So in both the scenarios, what would be the price? If government extend the duty-free import, then what would be the price? And if it does not happen, then what would be the price?
Not from origin, you want me to talk about from in Indian
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
Okay. I think, sir,
And you can tell both origin and Indian.
Okay.
point of view.
So, extension, no extension, whatever happens, I think these are the bottom levels in India, where we are 33 rupees a kilo at port on the west side and something similar on the east side. I think these are the bottom levels. We have to understand since the time
So 33 rupees is discounted price for the
from origin, yes, I would say it is an inverse. I mean, it is disparity price. If you were to buy from origin today, buying from the growers, shipping it out, you are talking about, let's say, $30 higher. That's where the values are. So,
Okay. Edward, what's your view on global price, global yellow peas price for next 2-3 months?
Well, we can allow ourselves to accept any market price. You know, it's contradictory with our colleagues from other markets, but we feel comfortable with any market price. So that means our production costs are much lower. So we did it already in China, so we took more than 50% market share in one season, the first season actually. So because we just accepted that price, so we are fine with that, so, and we can move forward. So, and we will increase our production, so we will sell more, and we are absolutely fine with any price conditions. It sounds quite ambitious, but that's true.
Right. So Vivek ji, what should be the sustainable policy for pulses import, particularly yellow peas import, and what should be the formula, which would be win-win situation for you, industry, consumer, and government as well?
I think government right now is doing perfect thing. It's not because things are sitting here, that's why I'm saying. This is the right thing because whenever you speak from the forum, people think that people are scared and they don't tell the truth. No, they do perfectly right thing. The imports are open. It's your fault that you can take unnecessarily positions, uncontrolled positions, keep importing, keep averaging out. But now things are, I think, import open policy is very perfect, and government, I think, keep open the import policy. Before importing things, you have to see the prices and what quantity you are importing, what's the market. So my take on the current side, this import policy will be open from the next year. Maybe they have to put some import duty to make the MSP price level that we can suggest from the government side, from our side. So price will not go below the MSP. Rest, I think the policy is perfectly fine.
What's your take on hoarding? Sometime there is allegation on the industry for hoarding. Do you think it happens?
I don't think any importer can hoard anything because they have all the data. When you import, government have all the data. And they all the time in a scanning process. So I don't find any hoarding things at the importer side. Whatever they import, they cannot sell below what they import. If you import from 10 rupees and the market go 9 rupees, so you cannot sell. You can wait for some time that price will become at least 10 rupees.
So sometime it has been noticed that there is some hoarding at the port, the shipment delayed.
No, it's a technical issues. I don't think any businessman or any things will be, when they know that government have all the data, how can they, you can
I think
hold the things.
Vittera can answer this question well.
So you
Do
mean
you think the hoarding is happening in the pulses industry?
I don't think so. I strongly disagree with that. Hoarding doesn't happen. Everything costs us money. Everything. So why would anybody do that? I mean, people play by the rule book and.
But in 2015 it happened. Shipments are being delayed.
Sir, I was not doing pulses back
Counter
then.
position is being taken.
I was not doing
the
pulses back then, and son choose not to answer that question, please.
Okay. Okay, fine. You want to add something on the hoarding issue?
See, actually, if you talk about yellow peas, this is what is happening, that people are not hoarding. People are booking losses and replacing their stocks with another trade in CFR. So ultimately, there's a capital loss in the books. And if you're getting something, if you can replace something in a CFR trade, why would you sit on the stocks, pay interest, pay warehouse rent? So that is the problem. You will see so much of import is coming, and we have seen so much of consumption. 1.6, 1.7 going into consumption. So it's not sitting on the ports. It's continuously rolling. So it's no more hoarding going on, I would say.
Rahul ji, what's your media brain is saying?
You are asking questions to us. I will ask one question from you. Suppose you buy stocks, जो होते हैं क्या share of 1,000 rupees, and it fell down to 500 rupees. What will you do? You will hold it or you will sell it?
Hold it.
You will hold it. So that's the answer.
So you are saying it happens?
Yes.
Holding
They should
is
hold it. Holding is, in your view, you can say it's holding, but they are doing trade.
No, artificial shortage is being created or not?
Sir, artificial shortage is created when there is a gap in production and in demand. Now, production is increasing, demand is very less. So I don't think so artificial things are there. They are running on actual basis.
So wrong data are being circulated or not?
No, I don't think so.
For
See, everybody has access of government data. Everybody, if somebody wants to know how much pea is imported in India, you can put HS code on government website. It's easily available. So transparency is there. So I don't think so wrong data is being circulated.
So where there is big gap?
If you want right data, then contact us.
Yes, please.
Hello? Yes. So since last 5-6 years, there has been more communication between the trade and the government. So from mutual mistrust, we have moved to mutual melody. And because of that, all the time, and that's why all the time we have these initiatives coming from a non-aligned platform like South Asia Agri Forum. So हर चीज़ में साजिश नहीं हो सकती है, ना होती है. तो ये समझौता, ये हमारा जो ये सम्मेलन है, एग्री समिट का है, not necessarily that it is skeptical in any manner. So what happens when you have these kind of mutual dialogue? Because before this kind of dialogue was not there between the trade and the government. And now since we have increased communication and dialogue between the trade and the government and the media as well, we hope that there will be no miscommunication like what happened that time. So this is the message I want to give from this platform.
Okay, fine. So we have only 5 minutes left. What's your view?
Yeah. One more thing I just want to add, Mrituenjay, this government has, when they allow to import yellow peas, they added one more system they call IMS, this import monitoring system. So whenever you import it, you need to add the systems and that you need to log in it and put your data. So all the importers who's importing, how much quantity they're importing, from which origin they're importing, the government has all the data of quantity which is coming in, and they know the consumption pattern, everything. So nothing is hidden by the government of India, okay, who's importing and how much they're holding it, because they have the stock weekly basis they need to update to the government also in the which quantity and which product you're holding it. But anyhow, this product is like more of the personal decision of the importer, as Rahul is saying. When you're holding something, if prices fall by 50%, is individual choice on the business whether they want to average it out by buying more, or they're just replacing to avoid the finance cost and the storage, which is high in India. And the secondly, the port, you know the situation, the stocks are already piled up and there's no storage spaces there. So if they take out this from port, the storage cost will be high. So it's all individual decisions of the companies and individual what they're going to do that one. But nothing can be hidden from the government to decisions to hold the quantity or
Okay,
do something.
fine. So, thank you very much. And I think we had very good discussion on yellow peas. So, if anybody has any question, can ask please. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, everybody, and this team panel. It was a great discussion and very insightful. We got to know a lot about the data, policy, and pricing and everything. So, in South India, so that's where I come from, right? So that's been my strong point. So in Tuticorin, apart from Mundra and the East, which are major markets which import yellow peas, there exists an ecosystem of small mills who used to continuously buy yellow peas prior to the ban. Okay, and it was a good market, having a regular demand. Supply was also fine and regular. But this ban and then free imports, again a ban, and this kind of a policy change has created an impact, and a long gap made a lot of mills move out of yellow peas business into other opportunities, or even completely shut down their processing units and get into other businesses. So in the last year, since yellow peas was open, the imports were open, again we had an ecosystem of mills which came up, and they're slowly coming back into the market. So is there not a chance where yellow peas and chickpeas can coexist, and you can manage this particular import policy without a ban, but maybe with import duty or anything else? So that community can continue to do whatever they do, and they can kind of coexist. So that's what I wanted to ask.
Who can answer?
I didn't understand the question. I think policy, I think you want to ask that you have to continue open the import of yellow peas. That's it. Because so many industry depend upon them. Once you open, they again started. Once you close, then they will shut down.
That's
I
right.
think this is yeah. So we can request SAAF that please, SAAF, you say something, because you are on right side. How can I say something? But yes, because south side, so many plants are running on yellow peas, and if suddenly we can ban or make import impossible, so they will shut down. So make something like that they will continue run, maybe with some duty, more duty, and match the prices with MSP.
Send a formal recommendation from BSA.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
ask my
Thank you.
chairman, and once he approve, I'll send you.
No, but again, you said that you are making a statement from there as a GLB, and there again, you are saying that you will send from BSA. Well, see, representations from the industry, they are always welcome by the government. It is just not that Mr. Singh or XYZ is there. It's a system. So any
Sure.
representation, and in fact the kind of dialogue which the ministry is holding with the stakeholders is tremendous. You have the meetings with the retail chains, you have the meetings with the media, then again you have the meetings with the importers. So the kind of dialogue that the government right now is having with the stakeholders is tremendous.
Sure, sir. We definitely send a letter.
And then again, second thing, the two moderators that you have here in this hall, the kind of discussions which are taking place on pulses in the last 3 years, they are quite reflective of the openness of the policies, the examination, the market situation, etc., etc.
Okay. Any other question? No.
Mrituenjay, I just want to add, or maybe I just check it again. The yellow peas actually is not banned in India. They put minimum import price to 100 rupees and import duty of 60%, which they lifted from December 23. So maybe after this Fab 25, if government does not do anything, that will remain the same 260%.
It comes back. See, the point is that
They're just controlling the price.
The only thing what has happened, what has been relaxed, that is the MIP, minimum import price, and the duty. Otherwise, policy remains the same. How you interpret it, that's a different thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrituenjay. Very well done as usual. Once again, can you please do us the honors and present mementos to your panel? Starting off to the gentleman who started off with the presentation, the man to your furthest right, Mr. Goyal. Can we have the mementos up and running before I reach? Come. Go right ahead. Mr. Goyal, can you please, from Adroit Overseas, Singapore, Mukesh Jain. From Igrain, India, Rahul Chauhan. From Mayur Global Corporation, India, Harsha Rai. Next, Abhishek Agrawal, Vittera, India. Eduard Zernin of RUSGRAIN Union. JLV Agro India, Vivek Agrawal. May I request Sudhakar Tomar to please step up on stage and present a memento to our moderator for this session, Mrituenjay. Panel, can you give us a good photograph? Thank you very much.